Allie Buckman with the Potomac Bead Company, and I'm doing a little product spotlight for you today on the thread burner. The thread burner is an amazing tool to have if you do any bead weaving, and also just a great tool to have around the house. During this little product spotlight, I'm also going to be reviewing 3 different thread burners, all of which we carry and are specifically designed for beading, because there's some other thread burners out there for sewing as well, but these are beading ones that are on the market, all of which we carry in our stores or on our website. And if you need any of these, you can get the links on the page right underneath me, or you can visit potomacbeads.com. You can also stop by your local Potomac Bead Company store and we'll hand them off to you. So the difference in thread burners really is not that much when it comes to function. All of them burn thread. As I take one of the lids off here of the Beadalon brand one, I'm just going to show you, for if you're unfamiliar with a thread burner. The thread burners have little triggers on the sides of them, and they're all going to basically function the same way, that you're going to press the little trigger, the little coils here in the middle heat up, and when you take them to a piece of thread, they are going to burn the thread down. Creates a little bit of smoke and creates a blunt end on the thread. I use the thread burner not only to burn down the ends of my threads next to my project, so if I have a project here that I'm getting ready to finish, I'm right here at the end of it. I go in with my thread burner as close as I can, pulling tension on the thread, burning right through. If you want to get closer, you can do that, or what you can do is actually take the end of the thread burner here, put it against that end of your thread, and it'll ball up the thread in the back, so that way it actually will prevent the thread from going through some of those smaller beads. It'll also work, depending on your thread or your cording that you're burning, to kind of fuse those ends together. The thread burners are really designed for thread. They're not designed to burn through paracord or hemp cording, although they do, and that will mess up the tips of your thread burners. The thread burners are a really, really affordable tool that if you do bead weaving, I would definitely recommend saving a little bit and getting these tools. I've also used them at home to burn little threads off my jeans or off the liners inside of my boots. There are 3 different brands and 3 different kinds of thread burners. The first that I have here is the first one that I ever got. This is the Thread Zap II. There's also a plain Thread Zap that was quite expensive and on the market. It was one of the newer ones, and then the Beadsmith came out with this Thread Zap II, which really was great on the market and really, really successful for them. We've sold tons of Thread Zap II. When you're looking at the Thread Zap II, it has the button here in black, so it's all one color, which most of the others here now have a different color. That is helpful when you're picking it up. And the bottom screws off, and where the bottom screws off is where the battery is in. The Thread Zap II will take 1 AA battery. I like this because I tend to have AA's around the house more so than AAA's, which the other 2 take, but this is just 1 AA. The Thread Zaps, all of them, do go through the batteries rather quickly, so you want to keep that in mind. You can tell also with all of them when the battery is dying or when you have a new battery. For sure, you can tell that right away. When you put a new battery in, it's like a brand new tool, and it really burns through that thread very, very quickly. The Thread Zap II has a removable head, so this comes off, and it only comes with the one head that is on it. It does come with a cover, but honestly, I lost my cover a long time ago. The cover never really fit snug to go on top. It was a plastic cover, much like this Wildfire one. It just didn't really have a snug fit, so I lost it. So that is one thing about the Thread Zap II. The ends are just going to press right inside of there, and there are replacement tips that are sold. Here's a 2-pack replacement tip of the Thread Zap II. My 3-year-old at one time got a hold of it. It didn't have a battery in it, but he decided to bend the tip back and forth until it broke, so I did have to use a replacement tip. Other than that, I don't think I've ever replaced the tip. If you do a lot of wear and tear, or if you use it for more than thread, like I said, that paracord or that hemp cording, you may need to replace that tip. For all of them, thread can get, and gunk can kind of get up in between those coils. Mine actually is misbent, and you can go back in. They're thin, they'll bend a little bit. So that is the Thread Zap II. Another Beadsmith product that they just came out with and that we've been selling, this is the Thread Zap Ultra. Makes it seem so much cooler, and it does have a cool function of it, but again, they all do the same thing. So this is the Thread Zap II. Instead of taking one AA battery, the Thread Zap Ultra will take 2 AAA batteries. The batteries in the Thread Zap Ultra go in right here at the bottom. And the nice thing about the Thread Zap Ultra is you can see here inside, it's almost hidden. This is one of the replacements. They also do sell or manufacture, and we sell a replacement tip set for the Thread Zap Ultra as well. And it's nice that it does have that extra little storage area to add one of these little replacement tips. So that's what that little area is for there. And this does come with the replacement tip. I just opened this tool. It also, the number one thing about it is that it is retractable. So you push it out, it burns as you're pushing it, and you pull it back and let it go, and it pulls back. So it really is more of a safety model. I really should put batteries in this one and use this since I have 3 small children at home and one that is very curious. But this also comes with a little guard here. I can tell you right away, I'm probably going to lose that guard, which keeps you from being able to turn it on when you're not using it. I did not say during the Thread Zap II, at one point I did have it in my travel beading kit, and the button was pressed down and I could smell something smoking. So keep your cover if you can, because you definitely want to keep that on. That is the awesome thing about the Thread Zap Ultra. The next product that we have is the Wildfire. They call it a cord cutter. So this is a Beadalon brand thread burner. They do have the nice bright yellow tip and the nice bright yellow trigger. It's more slender than the other two, so it actually fits very nicely into my travel beading kit, which is just a travel kit basically. And so it's a little bit smaller than the others, but it does have a little bit longer of a shaft. So it's a little bit taller, a little bit more slender. So that's the kind of ones laying right up to next to one another. Like the Ultra, the Wildfire cord cutter is going to take 2 AAA batteries. So I've been using this one. I kind of brought it home to play around with. I like to play around with them before I go in and do these product reviews. The Wildfire cord cutter functions the same way as the Thread Zap II and the Thread Zap Ultra. They all function the exact same way, and they're all within a couple dollars of one another. So you can do your homework, see which one you would like to get, and which one maybe the cost of the replacement tips will make your difference in your purchasing. But again, they really do all do the same thing. The Wildfire also comes with a little tip here that seems a little bit more secure than my Thread Zap one did. So that's the 3 different thread burners that we work with and that we have. And again, they're all going to burn through your thread nicely. Keep them to thread rather than using them on some of that heavier cording, and your replacement or your tips will last a lot longer, so you won't have to go in and do those replacement tips. Again, if you don't have a thread burner and you do any bead weaving or you work with any thread, I would definitely recommend this product. It's a great, inexpensive buy, and it really does make a difference and your life easier when you are working with thread and needles. If you do need any of these, again, check out your local Potomac Bead Company store, or you can shop with me online at potomacbeads.com. If you have any other questions or want any other product reviews before purchasing, or have any other videos that you'd like me to do for any of the products, let me know. I'm happy to do them, give you my honest opinion on all of them. And with the thread burner, it burns thread. So you kind of get what the description is right away, and then it's the different functions that make you want to purchase them differently. Again, I like the Thread Zap II because I tend to have AA batteries on hand more often. The Thread Zap Ultra, I like that it retracts, and the Wildfire, I like the slenderness of the product and that bright yellow end, so I don't burn myself nearly as often, because you can burn yourself with them, and it doesn't make you feel very smart when you do that. But anyway, thanks a lot for watching, everyone. Again, if you do some bead weaving, definitely get yourself a thread burner and play around with it, because it's a little bit addicting and fun, but it makes a huge difference at the end of your products. Thanks a lot for watching, everyone, and happy beading, and have fun playing and burning away with your thread burners.